Let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. Depending on how you digest this concept, you can actually see that it works in several different ways, and it fits in right wherever you want to make sense out of it. So if you're looking at this course in a psychological fashion, yes, this makes absolute sense in the sense of wanting to find happiness. If you want to find happiness or peace, you got to recognize that the problem of happiness and peace is in your noggin, in your mind. So we actually want to recognize if you are not at happiness, if you are not at peace, then you are not recognizing where the problem is. And the whole clump sum of essentially what it's talking about, how it has so many different ideas of what problems are. You have this problem, that problem, some problems that pop up when other problems go away, and more problems, and every problem, and everything's a problem, everywhere a problem, here a problem, there a problem, everywhere a problem. Old MacDonald had a problem. Okay. But in the recognition of what psychologically where the problem is the fact that you find all of these problems differently, that you can't find the solution. So of course different problems call for different physical action solutions. Yes, just like a screw and a nail do not do the same thing. You need different tools for different problems. You can't hammer a house together with a tape measure, right? That would cause more problems than it would solve. So it's not about physical content. This is not actually about physical reality at all. It's kind of interesting. But we make our problems about physicality, don't we? We say this is a problem, they said that is a problem, and this happened, here is a problem, everything's a problem, here are the problems. Not again, that's a big problem. Okay. I think I have an addiction. So we want to recognize where this addiction or this problem resides. And so we are finding and discovering simply by recognizing it, simply just by recognizing where my problem keeping me from peace, keeping me from happiness is. If we just simply recognize where that is and what it's referring to, then we can start to discover the solution. And it gets into the next lesson, which it goes hand in hand with this one. So let me recognize the problem so it can be solved is the fact that the problem is not in the world. The problem is that I don't know who I am. The problem is I don't know who has the authority here, what has the power, where all of this stuff came from, right? I don't recognize where these problems are coming from. I don't recognize where these problems are coming from. Is that a good enough hint? I don't recognize where these manifestations are coming from, right? So of course, in the whole sense, I take it much deeper than just psychological and going into the actuality of creating a reality, and that you create your reality. And we actually really want to grasp this because all problems in your day-to-day, everything in your existence, it's because you're not in tune with who you are. And that's perfectly acceptable. But if we do want to find solutions, if we do want to have this state of peace, we do need to recognize where all of our justifications and excuses to not have peace, where they come from, where they manifest from. Responsibility is a big part. So yes, as far as using this psychologically, that's very helpful, yes. Please, if you want peace and happiness, yes, that's the way to do it. But if we want to recognize the true state of our reality and what we actually are, it is almost essentially crucial that we do clump up all of our problems and recognize that we can actually find the one solution to it all. But we need to recognize What is that one problem? What is that one problem? Where is it? And what is it? What is that one problem? It does mention this obsession with separation.